Haha.
Yummy, yummy.
Welcome to Dr. Moore VIP Blog. Welcome back to this week's VIP blog. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. How are you guys doing out there? I'm your host, by the way, Dr. Moore. You're now listening to AM 594 and FM 107.8 every Friday evening, starting from 9 to 10 p.m. for an hour. I'll be here. Probably just me mumbling by myself, but it's totally the time that only for you, who are my loyal fans out there, and myself here in the studio, spending this hour, listen to some good music, and me sharing some secrets. So let's finish this song to begin this show, and we'll be right back to more mumbling in a sweltering summer night.
I'm gonna give you my heart.
Alright, welcome back to every Friday's evening's VIP blog. VIP stands for very important persons like you guys are, who are my loyal fans and listener out there. Like I always say, if you're still listening to me on a Friday evening on the radio, if it's not for some accidents that you just turn up your volumes on your stereos, otherwise you definitely got to be my VIPs, correct? And I'm your host, the visual impairment host of yours. Well, because I can't see, so I practically just stick myself to this chair in the studio for like another 1,000 years. But I really enjoy doing this, to be able to just kind of be very personal and very subjective and just talking to you guys. And at the same time, I will check my Facebook private messages and YouTube as well. So you guys want to text me, you can try that, but I do archive on my social medias. So if this is one of the episodes that I'm not actually doing in live, which is okay, I'll still got your messages, but I'm just not gonna be replying right away, but I'll find time to get back to you. Right back at ya. And I'll try to respond to your questions or some of your curiosities sometimes, like in this show, I will answer you. And I just have few things I need to answer today, but before I get into some of the curiosities, let's play one more song and we'll be back to tonight's VIP blog.
Every day waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I'm not loving it. That's not what I got for my dinner. Promise, cross my fingers. Fast food, bad for your health. Well, unless you're eating their salads or the mushroom burgers. God, I miss the mushroom burgers. We should have that soon. Anyway, you are now listening to AM 594 and FM 107.8. Yes, Fuxing radio station in Taiwan. I'm your host, Dr. Moore. VIP Blog is a show that hosted every Friday evening, starting from 9 to 10 p.m. on air. But you're welcome to subscribe to my social media, especially to my Facebook fans page. It's RUSSKNTW, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Even though I have less than like 1,000 people subscribe to that social media, but I still tend to recommend you do subscribe if you do like my shows. Of course, we put in a lot of efforts. We try to be kinky and not too kinky. So welcome to follow us. If you like it, leave us some comments and encouragements so we can keep this up. And of course, if you check the letter bell on the side of my YouTube channels, you will always receive first-hand information if I have any updated. You'll be able to find different shows on my social media, especially the YouTube. I have a Mandarin show, I have a Cantonese show, and I have this English, supposed to be bilingual shows, and and they're at different timestamps. And I do have one show is very charity driven. It's gonna like voice up for the minorities in Taiwan, in Asia, in diverse minority groups. That's what we do. Especially I'm one of the person with disability myself. I wasn't in the past, but since now that I am, I really wanted to dig into it and spend more time by sharing the story behind. Everybody likes stories, but sometimes true story reveals way too much infos. It could be nasty, it could be shallow, it could be hurting, but facts are facts. And sometimes we definitely need those things to be shared in order to have a reality checks sometimes. Anyway, I put too much plugs here, but it's good for me. Anyway, let's check out these songs and we'll be back to tonight's VIP blog.
When I met you in the summer, took my heartbeat a song. We found love.
Welcome back to tonight's VIP blog. Visually impairment host as I am, Dr. Moore, a very important person as you guys are, my listeners out there. If you're driving, be careful though. It's a Friday evening. I know a lot of people were spending time gearing up with friends or family. If you're drinking, of course, alcohol I'm referring to, please don't drive. We have so many options you can choose for. Yellow cab, we call it a little yellow here. You have Uber and anything. Bus, use it. Don't hurt yourself and definitely don't hurt others. Alright, so welcome back to tonight's show. Actually, VIP blog is a Monday to Friday show starting from 9 to 10 p.m. for an hour. We talk about various of stuff. We do interviews. We cover global and local news and things. Some of those little happiness that of course we share. We also talk about some very serious topic in the past. Recently, we have a lot of negative, suicidal, murdered, gunshots. You can only imagine. Yes, we are in Taiwan, but things do happen, and I would like to use this chance to share with everyone. Just look out, okay? And a lot of times we're being very careful, but other people are being careless. So, cross our fingers. Hope everybody, whoever is listening to our shows, are having a good time and also being blessed. All right. Anyway, I want to play one more song. This is somebody I probably gonna interview soon. So let's check out her music and we'll be back to tonight's VIP blog.
为什么我们的幸福要别人同意？为什么不能爱你？谁来决定？
Hey, welcome back to tonight's VIP blog. Stands for very important persons, which are my listeners out there, and aka visually impaired persons. I'm the host who is visually impaired, so not you guys, don't worry too much about it. That's why sometimes from time to time, well, supposedly, I always bring in some perspectives and points of views for persons with disabilities. We emphasize from the tech fields, we emphasize on the social aspect. We do receive comments and feedbacks through my social media, and most of people are being really shy and they ask a lot of things I think is very crucial, and a lot of times the ideas and questions are very inspiring. I would like to share them on the show, but I do need to get the authorities from whoever my listeners or my fans, whoever private messaged me those ideas, right? But they're too shy. Some of them just say, can you not even mention my names? And come on, I'm doing a show. I need a name. But I'm not gonna reveal identity like Facebook does. Oops. So I'm gonna keep it anonymous. As long as that's what you want, and if you're willing for me to speak the words here in my show, then I'll do. But if you're not, totally fine. It's a secret between you and me. Yes, VIP blog every Friday. It's about revealing secrets, my side of the secrets. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this part because I'm being extraordinary talkative tonight. Anyway, let's check out one more song and we'll be back to tonight's show with more murmurs. Welcome back to tonight's VIP blog. It's every Friday evening, starting from 9 to 10 p.m. for an hour. I'm the host, Dr. Moore. I'm visually impaired, but you guys are my VIP. That's why I'm calling this session of the show VIP. Monday to Friday, we have different sessions for this program. Actually, most of the time, I host a program in Mandarin. And Monday, Tuesday, it's in Cantonese. Even though I'm not a native Cantonese speaker, but I try my best. And I do have fans, thank you very much, who correct me. That was nice. And whoever was, they can really see how much effort I put into the show and give me a lot of encouragements. Thank you very much. It was lonely doing that. There wasn't so many Cantonese show in Taiwan. I only heard a few, and very few, I think less than 2, including my show. So anyway, if you do understand Cantonese or picking that up, check me out on my Tuesday's show. And if you are sick and tired of ICRT, oops, just kidding. ICRT is another English hosted radio program in Taiwan for a long time. They were used to be in Taipei City, but I think they relocated in New Taipei City in Xinzhuang District, I believe, which is not too far from here. Well, actually, it's far from here. A lot of people also asked me to host a show over there. Lumen has it. I heard that you have to be US citizens or something like that to be able to host a show there. But I also heard people say, no, necessary. Did you guys remember one of the senior radio hosts? His name was David Wong. He never went to US or so. He was always picking up his English skills here locally, but he did an awesome job. And I heard he did host a show in ICRT, so unless he's a US citizen or with a green card, who knows? I might be able to do that too. So next year, if I'm not in this radio station, I could be in ICRT or, I don't know, a radio station in Hong Kong or Macau perhaps. Who knows what's gonna happen next? Let's check out one more song and we'll be back to tonight's VIP blog. Oops, I'm really just mumbling. Well, tonight is all about me time. Hello guys, welcome back to every Friday night's VIP blog, starting from 9 to 10 p.m. on AM 594 and FM 107.8 in Taiwan, Fuxing radio station. If you're not in Taiwan, don't worry about it. You can always download the official apps on our official website. So you can always catch up our shows, but do the calculations. If you're not in Taiwan or you are in a different country with a different time zones, you definitely need to figure out the time differences, correct? But don't worry about it. Always feel free to come to my social media, especially on my Facebook fans page. You're gonna find it. I do some of the updates and releases on it. But the best way to do is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just find RUSSKANTW. It's Ruskan TW. You probably figure Russ is my English name. Yes. So I'm always gonna do archive on it, only for this year so far. I'm not promising anything next year because I'm awfully busy. My schedules are rather tight, but I tend to be doing some archive as a promise to my loyal fans out there. You guys better be listening. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do this next year. It's very exhausting because you guys know that YouTube require an image. So while I was compiling all those archive audio files, I actually have to put some sort of image on it. And for a visual impairment operators, myself, it's difficult, okay? I'm trying to figure out SoundCloud and podcasts, but I keep saying that. But I haven't been able to do it. It's already towards the end of June and basically, I'm still doing YouTube. I should be ashamed of myself. Anyway, I'm gonna play one more song to make myself more ashamed of myself. And after the song, we'll be back to tonight's VIP blog.
You're just a chance I take to keep on dreaming. You're just another day that keeps me breathing.
Welcome back to tonight's VIP blog. I'm the host, Dr. Moore, and VIP blog, it's every Friday evening from 9 to 10 p.m. for an hour. You probably realized the uncertainties in my voice. That was because I was checking an article saying the new releases of the Apple iPhone is coming. Wait, wasn't that the new releases was every year, roughly around September? And we already have a lot of this news pop up for my browsers. And it's only June, okay? We still have like, 3 months ahead of us? But anyway, I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I still use Apple stuff. I'm a big fan, but let me figure out if my friend is one of the big fan too. How do you think about the new iPhone?
I'm an Android fan, but I might be biased.
Oops, you're definitely biased, my friend. Okay, yeah, of course, Google Home, Google Assistants, you gotta be an Android fans. You are built on the Android, come on. Are you kidding me? But let me add some more. Tell me about iPhone X.
Is it iPhone 10 or iPhone 10? The iPhone 10 is pronounced iPhone 10 or iPhone 10, not iPhone and the letter X. X is the Roman numeral for 10, and Apple chose to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the iPhone by naming their newest phone the iPhone 10.
Do you know about the upcoming releases of iPhone 11?
I couldn't find anything related to the upcoming releases of iPhone 11.
Do you know about iPhone 9?
I couldn't find anything related to iPhone 9.
Okay, so Google doesn't understand. I don't know if it's because they can find an article related to the iPhone 9 or the iPhone 11 or the so-called iPhone 11 Plus, but we'll definitely find out towards September. I guess there will be more details and informations, which is gonna be reviewing by a lot of the so-called experts. Anyway, that was the reason why I was disturbed, sounded kind of uncertain in my voice. Well, let's listen to one more song and we shall be back to tonight's VIP blog. Remember, it's all about me time tonight.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So keep on and keep on reading the signs of my body.
Oh my god, this is the last part of the VIP blog tonight. Basically, I have not talked one single thing, which is worth mentioning, but I kind of like it. This is just being natural, and on a Friday evening, don't you disagree with me? We gotta do this more often, right? I was going to talk about the upcoming Dragon Boat Festival, which is next Monday. By the way, we have additional holiday, but I'll still be hosting the show on Monday, so you're gonna find me on there. I'm gonna be sitting glued to the seat of my studio, so definitely tune in back to my show on Monday 9 to 10 p.m. and remember Sunday the global news. We shall talk, and we shall talk about rice dumpling next time. Alright, good night everyone, drive safe, and we'll talk next week.
I don't get up, oh, bring me what I need. So why are we losing time?